everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Bobbie and I'm here at Crux Chiropractic in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, about to teach my Energizing Vinyasa class. Today's class is Solar Plexus Chakra themed. So yeah, if you have yellow or gold, wear some yellow or gold. I wore my gold leotard because I don't have that much yellow, and I love any excuse to wear a leotard, especially a gold one, because gold's my favorite color. Today, for Crocs, you will need a towel, preferably like a hand towel, a small towel. And then if you have blocks, you could use 2 blocks, 1 or 2 blocks, probably only 1 actually. If you don't have blocks, you could use books that are like similar to the size of a yoga block. Or you can just use like a pillow or 2. I also like to have a blanket here nearby. If you have sensitive knees, it's good for kneeling poses. And I'm not going to be using a towel today. I have like these slidey things that you use on the floor, but a towel works just as well. But if you have like these slidey things, you can use those. So let's get started. I had to have the computer a little further back today so we can utilize the wood floor space later. So hopefully you can hear me all right. Let me know if you cannot, and I'll try to do something about that. But I don't have like a microphone or anything, so yeah. Let's get started. We're going to get started in a comfortable cross-legged seat, or if you have lotus pose or even half lotus in your practice, you could take that as well. With my knee being the way it is right now, I can't really take lotus at the moment. So I'm just going to take a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sit up nice and tall. If you'd like, you could place a prop underneath the sit bones if you're having a hard time sitting up tall here, or if you find your knees are coming up really high. Let the eyes close. Relax any unnecessary tension from the face. And we're going to come into a mudra here. So mudra is basically like yoga poses for your hands. We're coming into sun mudra or surya mudra. So you're going to take the ring finger. I'll come closer so you can see better. You're going to bend the ring finger in and hold it with your thumbs. So release the other 3 fingers, and this is Surya Mudra. Bring your Surya Mudras to the knees or upper thighs, and begin to slow down the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, filling up the lungs completely on every inhale, and then emptying them out completely on every exhale. If you have Ujjayi breath in your practice, you can take that now as well by constricting the back of the throat, kind of making a ha sound with the lips closed. Bring all of your focus and awareness to your breath, whichever version of pranayama you're taking. I like to take Ujjayi because it really helps me focus on my breath. It makes the sound of my breath a little more audible. So really listen to the sound of your breath. And then begin to imagine a glowing yellow orb right at the center of your stomach. And that orb is going to start out small, but you're going to use your breath to make it bigger and brighter. If you don't know what chakras are, they are energy centers that go up along the spine, starting from the very base of the spine at the tailbone. They go all the way up to the crown of the head. Today we're working on the third chakra, the Solar Plexus Chakra, or Manipura, or also known as the lustrous jewel. And it's right at the center of the stomach. And the color associated with this chakra, like I said, is yellow or gold. So keep imagining that yellow orb growing bigger and brighter as you breathe. Just focusing your awareness on the breath, releasing any thoughts that come to mind, noticing them and observing them, but letting them go, allowing you to be completely present. The element associated with the solar plexus is fire. So we're going to be getting nice and warm today, which will be nice because it's a little chilly here in Milwaukee today. The functions of this chakra are, the main ones are power and identity. And the main obstacle of this chakra is shame. The asanas or yoga poses that you want to do to balance this chakra are twists, abdominal work, and Surya Namaskar or sun salutations. And it's also associated with the planet Mars and the sun as well. And the age of development for this chakra is 18 months to 4 years old. It develops in the human body. Let's take a few more deep breaths here. Feeling grounded and rooted through the sit bones, yet light and lifted through the heart and the crown of the head. And then begin to blink the eyes open and start to do circles in one direction with the neck. Being careful not to crunch the back of the neck as you tilt the head back. And then switch directions. Remember to keep taking full, deep, even breaths. And then from here, you can release your mudra, bring the hands to the knees, and begin to do circles with the whole upper body, really moving from that solar plexus center. Using your breath to help guide your movements as well. So probably inhaling as you come forward, lifting the heart. Exhaling as you come back, rounding the spine. And then begin to switch directions. Gotta blow my candle out so it's not all runny when I go home. And then return to center, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, walk the hands out in front of you, reaching the forehead down towards the earth. Inhale to walk the hands back in through center, and then switch the cross of your legs. So whichever leg you had on top or in front, switch it, probably the more awkward side. Inhale, reach the arms up once again, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, walk the hands back into center, bring the hands to the knees, and we'll move through some seated cat and cow. So inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Engage that abdomen. Let's keep that core nice and tight and strong throughout the entire class. Or try your best. On your next inhale, come to sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, side bend to the right. Spin the left side open so the heart lifts up. Keep reaching the left sit bone down. And breathe into the left side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Spin the heart open. Reach the right sit bone down. Breathe into the right side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand to the right outer thigh. Gaze is either straight out to the right, or maybe you bring it back behind you over the right shoulder, as long as that feels okay in your neck. Inhale, come up through center, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand to the left outer thigh. Gaze either straight out to the left or over the left shoulder. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And then begin to rub the palms together, creating friction in between the hands. And more. And once your hands start feeling a little warm, bring the right hand over the belly, over that solar plexus chakra, and then the left hand on top. Close the eyes for a moment. Just take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. One last breath. And then from here, you're going to roll forward. First, find your towel or your slidey things, whatever you're using. I'm going to have to go at a different angle here. We're going to make our way into plank pose. You're going to bring that towel or whatever sliding things you're using underneath the toes or the balls of the feet and come into your plank. So reach the crown of the head forward, reach the heels back behind you, press into the palms to lift that back heart space up, lengthen the tailbone back, squeeze everything in towards the midline. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to bring the legs in, and then inhale out. Exhale in, inhale out. Keep doing that with your own breath, using your breath to guide your movements, squeezing the belly in tight this whole time. And then we're going to add on a little twist. So you're going to bring left knee towards the right side. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to the left side. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Keep moving with your own breath. Just a couple more. You got this. You should be feeling nice and warm. My core is nice and engaged. We'll do one more on each side. And remove the props off to the side. Come back into your plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Squeeze the elbows in. Untuck the toes. Press the tops of the feet onto the earth. Squeeze the elbows in towards the sides. Inhale, lift the head and heart. Maybe the hands. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Maybe coming up a little higher. Squeeze the elbows in. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, lower. One last time. Inhale, all the way up. Full cobra. Hips stay grounded. Exhale, lower. Then bring the arms out wide, elbows point up towards the skies, come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down over the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down over the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. And exhale, switch. Inhale through center. Exhale, lower down. Bring the hands to the low ribs. Tap the toes. Either move through your child's pose to downward facing dog or squeeze everything in towards the midline. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal through the feet. Sway the hips a little bit from side to side, just warming up your down dog. This might be your first one of the day, or it might be your 10th one. And then find stillness for a moment. Press into the palms to lift the hips up nice and high. If you feel like your spine is rounding forward, you can bring a deep bend into the knees. So you find that nice long spine that we're looking for in this pose. The calf stretch is just a bonus. Then from here, step the feet about mat width distance apart. Maybe walk the hands a little closer. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the left hand anywhere on the right leg. So cross it underneath and bring it to the outside of that right leg. Press into that right palm to keep a nice long spine. Look underneath the right armpit. Inhale, come through center, and exhale, switch right hand to left leg. Keep pressing into the left palm. Bring the gaze underneath the left armpit. Inhale, center. Come back to your regular down dog. Step the feet in a little closer. Walk the hands out a little further. On an inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. From here, bend the knees, look forward, step the feet to the top of the mat. Feet land right underneath the hips. Let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you need. Maybe you find some movement here. Let the head and neck relax completely. They would hang heavy. And then from here, if you clasp opposite elbows, release the arms down. Everyone bring a deep bend into the knees and slowly roll up through the spine. 1 vertebra at a time. Coming up to your Tadasana, mountain pose. And from here, step the feet together. Toes, big toes touch. Maybe a slight space between the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend into the knees, sink the hips down and back. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lengthen the tailbone down, squeeze the belly in, lift the heart up. On your next exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, plant the palms and step the left foot back behind you. Lower the back knee, make sure right knee is right above your right ankle. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold over the right leg, half split. Inhale, bend through the front knee, plant the left hand down, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Bring into a little twist. We have lots of twists today. You can stay here, bend the back knee, and reach back for that left foot with the right hand. Spin the heart open and roll the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Bring both hands to frame the front foot for a second. And then inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Shoot this right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. You can keep the right leg lifted or lower it and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step it through in between the hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold. Inhale to bend through the front knee. Plant the right hand down, lift the left arm up towards the sky. Stay here or bend the back knee. Reach back for your foot with the left hand. Wherever you're at, spin the heart open. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Release both hands down, frame the front foot, and then inhale, reach them up overhead. Lengthen the tailbone down, reach the heart up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, and then step that right foot forward to meet the left, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend into the knees, lift the heart up. On an inhale, on your next inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend into the knees, sink into the hips, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back. Keep the back knee lifted this time. Spin that right heel down. So spin those right toes in about 45 degrees. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold to the inside of that front leg. Keep squaring hips up. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. On the next inhale, come all the way back up, release the hands. Exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot, lift the back heel, step this left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Keep the left leg lifted or lower it, and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Inhale, step it through, or exhale, step it through between the hands. Ground the back heel. Inhale, reach the arms up. Warrior 1. Right hip pulls back, left hip forward. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Do opposite thumb on top this time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. On the next inhale, come all the way back up, release the hands. Bring both hands to frame the front foot. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heart up, Utkatasana. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands heart center. All right, we're gonna add a lot on and get all twisted and crazy. All right, to activate our solar plexus chakra. Keep everything squeezing into the midline. Feet are together, big toes touch, maybe a slight space between the heels. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, sink into the hips. Utkatasana, chair pose. On your next exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Hook that left elbow to the right outer thigh. Press into the palms to lift that heart up. Look over the right shoulder. Maybe open the arms. And then from here, bring the gaze down so that you can step this left foot way back behind you, coming into your twisted lunge. Hands can either be at heart center or open arms. Maybe you begin to come into a half bind or full bind. I'm just going to do half today. If you came into your bind, reach that right arm back up. Come all the way up to stand in an open arm twist. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Inhale, reach the right arm down the left leg, left arm overhead. Revolve, reverse warrior. And then from here, plant the left hand down on the ground to the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Then begin to ground through the back heel to the outside edge of the foot. Either step this right foot halfway back, lift the hips up, or you can step this right foot in front of the left, or stack them. Side plank. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Stay here. We begin to lift the right leg up, step it back behind you, lift the hips, wild thing. Shine that solar plexus chakra up towards the sky. Then from here, carefully make your way back to your twisted lunge. The right leg forward and the right arm overhead. And then bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Ground through the back heel. Reach the left fingertips up and forward. Spin that heart open. Side angle. From here, reverse warrior. Left hand down the left leg or half bind. Right arm overhead. Keep lunging through that front knee. Inhale, warrior two. And then from here, you're going to lift the back heel, bring the left fingertips out in front of the right foot towards the big toe side of the foot. Step this left leg up about hip height, spin the heart open, revolved half moon. Then from here, exhale, both hands down. Fold over this right leg, lift that left leg up a little higher, standing splits. You can stay right here, maybe practice a couple handstand hops. And then move through your vinyasa. Meeting in your downward facing dog. Once you're in your downward facing dog, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles. Or maybe you flip your dog. That right leg starts to get really heavy and fall towards the left side of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips. Shine that solar plexus up. If you made it to your wild thing, carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog, right leg lifted. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right knee towards left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cross it under. Inhale, extend. On this next one, you have two options. Exhale, cross it under. Maybe kick that right foot out to the left. Ground through the left heel. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Fallen triangle. Or If you have Akapada in your practice, you can take that. I'm not going to do it on this side because I have a fresh tattoo. When I tried it, it just didn't work. So inhale, make your way back to your three-legged dog. And then exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Step this back foot in about halfway. Straighten both legs. Spin those left toes in so you can square off the hips. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, plant it to the inside or outside of the right foot, either on the floor or on a block. Or you can bring it onto your leg. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Revolve to triangle. Then from here, step this left hand to the left, in front of the right foot, towards the left side of the right foot, and then kick that back foot up. Coming back into your revolved half moon. Exhale, bring the left foot down, meet the right. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees. Inhale, lift the heart up. Utkatasana, chair pose. And then we'll start all over on the other side. So from your Utkatasana, exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, twist to the left, hooking that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Hands can either stay at heart center or right hand reaches down, left arm up, open arm twist. From here, wherever your arms are at, step that right foot way back behind you, coming into your twisted lunge. Stay here, maybe come into a half bind or full bind. You bind it at all, bound, reach the left arm back up, and then use it to guide you to stand in an open arm twist. Right arm reaches forward, left arm back. From here, left hand reaches down the right leg, right arm reaches up overhead, revolve, reverse warrior. Exhale to place the right hand down to the inside of the left foot, left arm reaches up overhead. Easy twist. And then from here, ground through the back heel to the outside edge of the foot. Either step the left foot halfway back. I'm going to spin forward. Press into or lift the hips up. Either step that left foot or you can step the left foot in front of the right or stack left foot on top of right. Stay here or maybe lift the left leg up. Step it behind you, flipping yourself over into your wild thing. Then wherever you're at, make your way back to your twisted lunge with the left foot forward, left arm reaching up towards the sky. And then from here, bring the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Ground through the back heel, align the front heel with the arch of the back foot. Reach the right fingertips up and forward. Spin the heart open, side angle. You can also have a forearm on thigh here, too. And then inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. From your warrior two, spin the back heel up, reach that right arm forward, place the hand down in front of the left foot, about 6 to 12 inches. Lift the back leg up about hip height. Spin this, reach the left arm up towards the sky, spin the heart open, revolve, half moon. Exhale, bring both hands down, fold over the left leg, lift the right leg up a little higher, standing splits. Stay here, Maybe take a couple of handstand hops. And then move through your vinyasa. Eventually meeting in your downward facing dog. Once you've made it to your down dog, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Maybe do some leg circles. Or maybe flip your dog. Left foot gets heavy, falls to the right edge of the mat. Hips lift, heart lifts. Wildly. Exhale. Carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog if you're not there already. Left leg lifted. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring left knee towards right elbow. Cross it under. Inhale, lift it up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, cross it under. Inhale, up. Exhale, cross it under. Either coming into your fallen triangle or Ekapada Kundinasana 1. And then make your way back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Step the back foot in, about halfway. Square off the hips, so pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Straighten the legs, reach that right arm forward, and then either place it to the inside of the left foot or on the leg, anywhere on the leg, or the outside of the left foot. It can be on the floor or on a block as well. Then reach the left arm up towards the sky. Revolved triangle. Whew. It's a balancing posture. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And then from here, reach the right fingertips in front of the left foot. Lift that right leg up. Revolve half moon. Exhale, place the right foot down to meet the left. Fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees. Inhale, lift the heart up. Utkatasana. On your next inhale, rise to stand. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Awesome. And then we'll begin to slow it down a little bit. So from here, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands from the hips, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, either step, maybe lightly hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, bend into the knees. Bring the knees to the earth. Big toes touch. Knees can either be together or wide. Hips reach back towards the heels. Forehead down towards the earth. Child's pose. You can keep the arms out in front of you or reach them behind you. Slow the breath down. Feel the body start to cool down a little bit. And then from here, reach the arms back out in front of you if they're not there already. Take the left arm and thread it underneath the right, coming down to the left shoulder, left side of the face. Right hand can stay stretched out long in front of you or wrap behind the low back. Maybe find that left hip crease or left inner thigh. Breathe deep into the belly. Keep reaching the hips back towards the heels. Inhale to unwind, reach both arms out in front of you. And then exhale, right hand joins underneath the left arm, coming onto the right shoulder, right side of the face. Left hand can stay stretched out or wrap behind the low back. Maybe you find that hip crease or inner thigh. Spin the heart open, reach the hips back. Breathe. And then unwind. And find your towel or whatever slidey things that you're using. And make your way into your plank pose again, like we did at the beginning of class, with the towel or sliders underneath the feet. So here, actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna come to the side here. So you get a better view and so my butt's not on the face. Okay. So coming into your plank, make sure you're on the slide floor. Hopefully everything's not carpeted. I'm sorry if it is because this won't really work. But you could also use socks too. Just put socks on your feet. All right, from here, from your plank, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to begin to lift the hips up as high as you can and try to keep the legs straight. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, up. Squeeze everything in. Inhale, back. If this is too hard, you can just come back to the bent knee version. A few more times. Keep breathing. Squeeze everything in. And up. One more. Alright. From here, you can move your towel or sliders off to the side. And we're going to work on coming up or pressing up into headstand rather than bringing one leg up at a time. So if you don't have headstand in your practice, you can work on practicing your headstand. I'll start with showing you that, and then we'll work into the press up. So you have two options for your headstand. I'm going to take the one where you interlace the hands and put it at the base of the head. Otherwise, you could do tripod headstand, where you take the hands underneath the shoulders, bring the head in front of them, and make sure you have a 90-degree bend in the arms. So you don't want them way out here. You want them like shoulder width distance, elbows squeezing in, 90-degree bend. If you're taking the one I'm taking, you're going to interlace the hands out in front of you. Elbows are still shoulder width distance apart. And I like to, instead of interlacing the pinkies, I just stack one pinky on top of the other. So that way, if you begin to fall forward, you don't crunch your hands, you're able to release your hands if you roll forward. Because I've definitely rolled forward and crushed my fingers and thought I broke my fingers, and it's not fun. And you can also practice this with a wall. So I'm gonna not use a wall just because I'm not at the right angle. So yeah, start preparing yourself for whichever version of headstand you're taking. Lower the head down. Begin to lift the hips up really high. Press into the hands, press into the arms to lift the shoulder blades away from the ears. So if you are new to headstand, you can just first start by lifting one leg at a time and keep doing that. And then maybe lifting both legs and coming up like that. If you'd like to start working on your press headstands, we're going to start the same way, lifting the feet up. But instead of kicking up or stepping one foot up, you're going to squeeze everything in and really try to lift everything up.
And then if you made it up to your headstand, you can practice lowering your feet like halfway. And then lifting them back up. Remember to keep breathing. Keep squeezing everything in to the midline. It's hard to talk and do that at the same time. And for me, press headstands are actually easier in a tripod. But I wanted to challenge myself today. It's also really hard because I have to pee. So doing core work is really hard when you have to pee. So yeah. Another version of doing this will be a straddle press, which I think is actually a little easier. And you can do this with either version of headstand. I'm going to demonstrate in a tripod headstand. So you bring the feet wide, feet parallel, and just come into a forward fold. And you have to be able to reach the head down to the earth in your forward fold, otherwise it's not really going to work. So maybe you end up taking a wider stance, and that's okay. So from here, you're going to start to lift the heels up, and maybe you lift one leg up, and then the other, or maybe you bend one knee, and then start to raise the other leg straight. And that's called a puppy press. And then you can switch sides, or maybe you just begin to lift both legs, and then bring them up together at the top. You can also lower and lift the legs if you've made it up. So just play around a little bit with whichever version of headstand, even if you're not even in your headstand, just working on practicing those steps that you need to take to get there. Really warming up the core so you develop that core strength and able to get there one day. Or just to develop the core strength. You might never get to headstand, and that's totally okay. If you don't like being upside down, that's totally fine. Don't get too stressed out. You shouldn't get stressed out over headstands or any yoga at all ever. So if it's beginning to stress you out, just take a break. Just come into child's pose, or do what you need to do. Always listen to your body, and practice what you need to practice, what your body wants, what your mind wants, what it needs. So let's take about one more minute here. Oops. Playing around with whatever version of headstand or the steps that you're taking to get there. And then once you're done playing around, everyone meet in child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths in your child. Whenever you practice inversions, you want to try and take child's pose after to help reset everything. And then on your next inhale, make your way to your plank pose once again. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Bring the arms down by the sides. On an inhale, you're going to lift the head and heart and legs up off the floor, locust pose. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Bring the gaze out in front of you, but towards the floor. So the back of the neck is long. Squeeze the legs together. And then exhale, lower down. Bring one ear to the mat. And then from here, you can either take locust pose, the pose we just did again, or come into your bow pose. So bend the knees, reach the hands back to either foot or ankle. On an inhale, kick the feet into the hands, lift the heart, squeeze the legs towards one another so they're not splaying out to the sides. You might rock back and forth, massaging out that solar plexus area. And then exhale, everyone release everything down. Bring the opposite ear to the mat. Rest here for a moment. And then from here, make your way onto your back. Bring the arms out to a T, palms face up, or cactus shape if you don't have the space. Bring the feet about mat twist distance apart and let the knees fall in towards one another. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the left, head to the right. Breathe here. Inhale to bring everything up through center. Exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the right, head to the left. Take a couple deep breaths here. Inhale, bring the legs back up, center your head. Then hug the right knee in, lengthen the left leg out long. Take a couple deep breaths here. Then bring the right arm out to a T. Palm face is up. The left hand can either come to the outside of the right leg and you can keep this right leg bent. Or if you have the flexibility, you can bring your left hand to the outside of the right foot. Take an inhale here, and everyone, either with bent knee or straight leg, twist. Let that right leg fall over to the left side. Keep the left shoulder grounded. So this right knee or leg might come up off the ground, and that's okay. You want that right shoulder to be grounded. You can stay here, or maybe you bend the left knee, reach for that foot with your right hand, re-ground the right shoulder, coming into a deeper twist, and a bit of a quad stretch. And then carefully unwind, hug the left knee in, reach the right leg out long. Breathe here for a moment. And then reach the left arm out to a T, palm faces up. Right hand either comes to the outside of the left leg, or if you have the flexibility, you can straighten the left leg. Or you can have it still bent and just work towards straightening it. Whatever you like. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Take an inhale. And then everyone gently let the left leg fall over to the right side. Keep that left shoulder grounded. Maybe look over the left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. If it doesn't, just bring the gaze straight up. You can stay here or bend that right knee. Reach for your right foot with the left hand. Re-ground the left shoulder. And breathe into the belly. Exhale, carefully unwind. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then give yourself one last big squeeze. Hug the knees in towards the forehead. Squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. And then through the mouth. Reach the legs out long, arms down by the sides with the palms facing up. Setting up for your Shavasana. So close the eyes, relax the face, and relax every single muscle in the body. Relax the feet, calves, knees, the thighs, hips, the belly, the spine, chest, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands, the neck, and the whole face. Feel the eyes sink deep into their sockets. And come back to that visualization, that bright yellow or gold orb right at the belly, in the center of the belly, solar plexus chakra. Growing bigger and brighter as you breathe. Staying present, letting go of your thoughts, and then releasing any breath control. Letting the breath return to its natural state, but still picturing that glowing yellow gold orb. Shavasana. You read off some affirmations for you to think of when you're feeling an imbalance in the solar plexus chakra. Or just repeat them after me while you're in your Shavasana to reassure yourself. I choose to treat myself with honor and respect. I trust the guidance from my higher self. I am releasing the trauma within my solar plexus chakra. I feel great passion for life. I release judgment of myself. I am becoming more and more in touch with my personal power. I am accepting every experience as a chance to learn and grow. I always have a strong sense of purpose in my life. My love for myself is unconditional. All experiences in life are for my higher good, and I choose to go through them consciously and confidently. I am driven. I am confident.
Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Then rock the head from side to side. Reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a nice morning stretch. Then hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll over onto the right side. Rest here for a moment in this fetal position. And whenever you're ready, try to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze and carefully make your way into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you've arrived, reclose the eyes if you open them. Sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all morning. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to do something good for your body and mind and your solar plexus chakra. And I thank you for joining me. I'm going to end with a quote from Deepak Chopra. Trust that your soul has a plan. Even if you can't see it completely, know that everything will unfold as it is meant to be. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day, great morning. If you're taking this, if you're taking this in the future and it's not morning, still have a good day or night. Anyway, please follow Crux on Instagram, Facebook, and if you're in Milwaukee and ever need to see a chiropractor, you should definitely come here. They have been helping me a lot with my knee recovery and rehab. I can almost walk normally again, so that's cool. Yeah, let me know if there's also anything that you want to work on in any future classes. I got some really great classes planned coming up, continuing next week with my chakra series with the heart chakra. And then the week after that, we're going to take a break from the chakra series to do Scorpio season yoga, including a special Scorpio season full moon Halloween class. It's going to be my Energizing Vinyasa, and it's going to be crazy and awesome. So don't miss that one. Don't miss any of them. Join me again next week. Heart chakras. We're going to start with yoga for cyclists on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then yin yoga at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday. And then Energizing Vinyasa 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday. Hopefully I'll have a banner coming up on my YouTube channel soon as a reminder of when my classes will be. Just kidding. Thank you. Thank you again. And also please donate if you can. If you need my Venmo or PayPal or Cash App, let me know. It's also on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you can't pay like 10 to 15, you can also just donate what you can. Or if you don't have the money, that's totally fine. I understand. I want yoga to be accessible for everyone, so don't even worry about it if you can't pay. But if you can, please donate. Okay, thank you. Bye.